Hi, this is Paul Hitchcock with Wealth Protector TV. Thanks for joining. I'm here with Fred Dawes of FredrickJames Accounting, Tax and Consultancy. Fred, can you hear me okay?
I sure can, Paul. Very nice to see you today.
So we're going to jump right into it. This is a very hot topic, and it is the home office deduction. And Fred, you know better than anybody that a lot of people are working from home more and more today. There's this telecommuting, scenario going on. So, and a new tax plan. So tell us, what is the home office deduction all about? Can you still do it? And does it work?
Yes, absolutely. Underneath the new tax law that was signed into place, we can still use our home office deductions that we have previously. We have the regular method of the home office deduction that we can use, or we can use a simplified method of the home office for business purposes to deduct on your taxes.
So what does that mean, the regular way? So if I'm a guy that's working from home, let's say, I'm working from home 4 days a week, I've got a home office. Does it need to be its own office, or can it be, a shared room? And what is the deduction? What do you get for having that?
Okay, so the home office in itself, if you could just think of an office that you would rent in at an office building, a home office should kind of simulate that type of a setting. It shouldn't be personally used for any reason. It should be its own separate area used exclusively for your business, for meeting with clients, for having meetings with clients, maybe even teleconferencing, phone calls, taking care of your bills, that kind of a thing.
Right.
So it's an area that's regularly segregated for that, meaning that, for example, if you have people that come over and spend the night that are family members, they're not going to be staying in your home office, for instance.
So you got to put a lock on the door and keep people out.
So something like that, yeah. Absolutely. It should be regularly used for business. And it should be for your trade or business. That's what it should be used for exclusively.
But so you can't have like an extra bedroom where a guest sleeps there once in a while. You can't use that as a home office and deduct some of that on your tax return?
Now, per the Internal Revenue Code, you cannot deduct the room that has an alternate personal use. It needs to be used regularly and exclusively for business. Otherwise, it poses problems if you're ever audited. That deduction altogether we're talking about today could be disallowed and would be a complete disservice to yourself and to the business.
Okay, so you got to have a designated space in the house for the home office deduction. And what do you know what that deduction is? I mean, is it easy to describe what you get to deduct for having that?
Yes, absolutely. So underneath the regular method of deducting your home office, let's say your total home office square foot, or your total home square footage was 1,000 square foot. That's heated square footage space. And let's say one of the rooms that you have in your house, you're going to segregate that for use as your home office. Let's say that room has 100 square foot. Let's also say that attached to that room, you have a bathroom. A lot of homes these days have 2 or 3 bathrooms in it. Right. Let's say that bathroom is now only used for your home office, and that bathroom's 50 square foot. So what that means is that you'd have 150 square foot of your home that you'd be able to deduct for business purposes. So what we do is we would say, okay, 150 divided by the 1,000 square foot would be 15% for easy math. 15% of your expenses for your home would be deductible for tax purposes for your business.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. So my takeaway then from the home office deduction, hearing you speak is, number one, is make sure it really is a home office and it's segregated from the house. You got to be really diligent about that. And then it really, the way you figure it out has to do with the square footage and the percentage of the overall kind of makeup of the house. And if you are focused on that, then it works and it's still there for you.
Correct, and it also needs to be your principal place of business. So the place that you mostly use, most of the time you're there doing business and such. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't have other offices and other locations. This is just the place that you work most of the time.
Great. Fred, excellent information. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And Fred, we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome.